Tommy Daniels here on the Red, White, and You podcast. And oh man, is a good looking face there on the other end of this camera. Please welcome back to Alan, CJ Mott. Motter, how are you, buddy?
Doing great. Glad to be back and, really looking forward to, finally starting the season.
Well, that is quite the jersey collection you have in the background behind you. Can you name every one of those without looking?
Well, it's a combination between mine and my brother's, so I don't know if I could name all of them, but I could probably get pretty close.
Well, so what are you doing these days? Are you back in Michigan?
Yep, just at home in Michigan right now, training much as I can, get on the ice 2 or 3 times a week and, training and working out in the gym about every day.
Well, you had a great season with us a few years ago, won 18 games for the Allen Americans, went over to Europe, last year. Talk about that experience, guys. Always talk about how different it is and being away from home, especially in a COVID year that had to be very crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely a unique experience. Hockey is a little bit different over there. They play on Olympic ice for the most part, so just a little bit different style, a little more passive and a little more patient game over there. I enjoyed my experience overall. I know a lot of good players over there too, but really happy to be back over here in the States and playing for Allen.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good to have you back. Last year, as we mentioned, was such a crazy year. I don't know how much you had a chance to follow the Americans. We had a pretty good season going there, CJ, until things came to a crashing halt in March.
Yeah, I followed a little bit. I played college with Jared Van Warmer, so we
Yeah.
kept in touch over the years. So I kept tabs on him and saw he was having a good year, and the team overall is having a really good year.
You Ferris State boys keep together, don't you? I mean, you stay in touch.
Yeah, we do. We try to stay in touch much as we can. Get a couple golf outings in Michigan going together every summer, or get a group here. Sometimes last summer I had 3 or 4 weddings to go to from Ferris guys, so that kept us in touch real nice.
Well, I guess that was going to be my next question. Obviously, Asachuk and Jared Van Warmer, but how about the rest of the team assembled? Do you know any other guys that are on the current roster?
I don't know about the current roster. I know quite a few guys that played last year who came down from Iowa. I knew those guys just from being in the Iowa organization for a year or so. So I've had some conversations with those guys before. But on the current roster, I'm not completely sure, how many guys I know. But I have talked to Coach Markinson about them and about the players, and he's really excited and thinks he have a good group again to really push for a good regular season, then a good playoff push.
Absolutely. CJ Motte coming back to Allen this year, the pride of St. Clair, Michigan, of course, born in December. And so, you know what? About a week after the season starts is our home opener, December 18th. Big month, big birthday month for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no better time to start hockey than December. Why not?
Absolutely. And you know what? We were kind of excited about that. As you played in Allen. High school football is king here. If you watch the Monday night game last night, Kyler Murray, there was a lot of talk about Allen, Texas, and in his time here when he played for the Allen Eagles. Give me some of your good memories. What did you like about playing here in Texas, and especially in Allen?
Well, speaking of high school football, we got to go to one of the high school games and kind of see that unbelievable stadium they have. It rivals, most college stadiums. I just really enjoyed the fan base overall at our games, and just the way they really appreciate sports overall. They're just knowledgeable overall. And then, it's Texas, so the weather's usually pretty nice, and that's always a plus.
Yeah, absolutely. Marty talked about, obviously your leadership. No doubt we'll get some young goaltender from Iowa that'll come in that obviously will lean on you and your experience. But he talked about your fiery play, and you're one of those guys, maybe one of the most intense guys I've been around, on game day. You're all business, ready to get there between the pipes and get that win. And I love the quote that he put in your press release today. He hates to lose, but boy, does he love to win. Does that pretty much sum you up?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, winning is a great feeling. I don't know there's any better than winning. If there's not many that rival it, and you put in a week of practice, hard week of practice, and then you don't come up on top. It's just a bad feeling, and I just hate it. So I think that's a pretty accurate statement.
What about during the pandemic? Interesting talking to guys over the summer and what they were doing. to pass the time. Asachuk, I'll tell you what, wait till you see him. He obviously spent the whole summer in the gym. He's just ripped, not an ounce of body fat on him. What did you do during the pandemic? What was your pastime?
Well, I was trying to start a goalie camp and a goalie youth business kind of around my hometown. So I've been working with some youth goalies if possible. I actually did some Zoom workouts with a few goalies around the area just to try to help them improve their goaltending abilities. And then I just been training for myself, trying to get ready for the season, whenever that may be. I mean, it was mentally tough at times, but I was able to get in the gym quite a bit, 4 or 5 times a week, or 4 or 5 times a week the last 2 months. So that was pretty nice. And then my brother and I got some synthetic ice, kind of put in the basement, and been able to skate on that a little bit. So trying to make.
That's unbelievable. That's got to be a pretty penny to go out and invest in that.
Yeah, it was a lot upfront cost, but between the youth, he'll get and I'll get over the years to improve our game on it, and then hopefully the plan is to maybe get some youth goalies on it as well, or some youth players, and try to help them improve their game as well. So overall, I think it was a good investment for us.
CJ Mott, of course, just signed back with the Allen Americans. Exciting news on the Red, White, U podcast today. Here, Tommy Daniels with the Allen Americans goaltender. So, what was it like trying to get back from Europe during the pandemic? I know I've talked to several of our former players who, were stuck there for a while trying to get back home. What was it like for you?
It wasn't too bad. Some players, try to fly back right away as soon as it got canceled, and I kind of stuck around for a week and a half, and that actually I think played to my advantage. The airports were dead. There wasn't anyone there. There wasn't a rush. I saw sometimes on the news, people were waiting 4 or 5 hours just to get through airport security back in the U.S. because there was just so many flights coming in. I kind of walked through the airport 5 minutes through security onto my second flight to go back to Detroit. So I think just waiting that extra week and a half really helped me out.
Last thing for you, the NHL playoffs were incredible this year, and kudos to them for pulling it off. What did you think about when you first heard that they were going to be playing in a bubble? And how did you think the big process went?
Well, it was interesting because my brother plays for Vancouver, so I kind of got an inside scoop, inside look on kind of the process. He'd say, "Hey, they're thinking about doing a bubble this way," and then a couple of days later, it changed just slightly to whatever way, and it ended up out working really good for them. Obviously, they had no COVID tests positives in the bubble, so that was a great accomplishment for them. And it was just, my brother really enjoyed his time playing hockey, playing in the playoffs. That was his first playoff experience. So I think, just the way the NHL had the ability to get that bubbles going and just bring playoff hockey to everyone just was a real plus for everyone, especially during these times. It gave everyone a chance to escape into the hockey world for a couple hours a day, or especially when they first started, you could watch hockey all day long.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. And boy, Vancouver is a great young team. You look at the names on that roster, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for the next couple of years in the Western Conference. You had to be pretty proud watching them out there, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. My brother was really proud to watch him play. I mean, he's a gritty forward, plays a lot of PK minutes, had a lot of block shots, but he also had a couple 2-goal games, so he put up some good points. And I was, just really proud to watch him out there doing his thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good year for him. 34 games, played in the NHL. That's pretty. It's Tyler, right?
Yes, Tyler.
That's very exciting. Well, CJ. We're so excited to have you back. I promised I would keep you at the 10-minute mark, and we're 38 seconds away from that. I know you got a busy rest of the day. We can't wait to see you back in Allen. Safe travels, and of course, say hi to the folks for me, will you?
Yeah, I can't wait to get back in Allen and put on that Americans jersey and get in front of you fans. You guys are one of the reasons I came back, with all you guys' support you guys give us throughout the year. Just makes me want to come back and play even harder for you guys. So can't wait to get back in Allen.
All right, Motte, great to see you, buddy. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks, Tommy. Good seeing you too.